Can Napoli midfielder Jorginho turn out to be the perfect match for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool? Hello everyone and welcome to the What If League. Today I'm doing an experiment where I have transferred the Italian midfielder Jorginho from Napoli to Liverpool for £55 million. This is a sum that I saw circulated in the media, so I decided to go with that. Jorginho, of course, is a Brazilian who has a second nationality in Italy and plays for the Italy national team. And since a lot of Liverpool fans, as well as the media, are suggesting that Jorginho is someone that Jurgen Klopp admires and will be trying to buy in summer 2018, I decided to see what is actually going to happen if this transfer materializes. So I did this simulation in Football Manager 2018 game. The transfer has happened in the middle of February, which means that most probably Jorginho is going to be stuck not being able to play in the Premier League or in the Champions League because of Napoli are also part of the Champions League. But he may play in some cup competitions and he will most probably keep himself injury free until the next season. So now I'm going to fast forward until the end of season 2017-18 to see what happened there. And after that, we're going to see also what happens in the next 3 seasons. Here we are, 2nd of June 2018, and Manchester City are champions with 98 points, which is 14 more than second place Liverpool, who have 84. They have climbed above Manchester United in the table, who finished the season with 83 points, and Chelsea complete the top 4. In that first season, Crystal Palace, Stoke and West Brom are relegated, while Tottenham and Arsenal are left outside the top 4. That is giving qualification for the Champions League. Looking at the Liverpool overview page, Jurgen Klopp is still the manager, of course. Jordan Henderson is captain, James Milner is vice captain, and Roberto Firmino is the key player, so not really a lot of surprises there. Let's look at the tactics screen. We can see that Jorginho is not part of that first 11, which is natural considering that he most probably didn't play a lot of games that season. So let's have a quick look at his screen and see what happened. Let's check here his Liverpool career. He did not play any games but one cup competition where he had a 6.5 rating, which is not that great, but considering that he didn't really have a lot of experience and time to gel with his new team, I would say that's absolutely normal and to be expected. Now, before I fast forward 3 more years into the future, I just want to quickly have a look what happened in this season for Liverpool. So let's go to the middle of the season. We see here the FA Cup, where afterwards we transferred just a few days after that, after the 5th round with Brighton. Then we have a loss against Manchester United away at Old Trafford in the FA Cup 6th round, and that was the game that Jorginho played most probably. Yeah, indeed, he got a yellow card as well. Unfortunately, his career at Anfield started with a loss, of course not at Anfield but at Old Trafford, and he was not eligible to play any more games until the end of the season. But never mind that, now I'm going to fast forward 3 years into the future so that we can see how does Jorginho truly perform in his new team. Alright, now it's the year 2021 and let's see what happened in the Premier League first. We are starting with the season that we already saw, the first season here where Manchester City are champions. Then in the next year, Chelsea are champions with 90 points, which is 2 more than Manchester United in 2nd place. Manchester City and Arsenal complete the top 4, while Liverpool are in 6th position. Then in the year after that, Manchester United were champions with 98 points, 13 more than 2nd place Liverpool. So Liverpool managed to bounce back from 6th position back to 2nd position. Chelsea and Manchester City completed the top 4. And in the last year of this video, Arsenal are champions with 85 points, which is 3 more than Chelsea, 5 more than Manchester United. Manchester City are in 4th position, while Liverpool were out of the top 4 with 66 points, only in 5th position. Looking at the Liverpool overview page, we can see that their head coach is now Marcelino, which means that Jurgen Klopp has been fired. Let's have a quick look. Yes, he was sacked after the end of season 2018-19, and then Marcelino was hired in his place. This is quite unfortunate for our experiment. I was really looking forward to see how Jorginho would perform under Jurgen Klopp, but it is what it is. Now let's see the tactics screen. How are they playing? With 4-4-2, a bit standard here. And we can see that there are quite a lot of new names in the squad. Benzema is here, Forsberg, we can also see Nainggolan, and Rulli, the goalkeeper Rulli is there. So there are a lot of transfers which we are going to have a look in a second. But first let's have a look at Jorginho and his stats for the past 3 seasons. So the first season we already saw. In the second season he played a total of 30 games where he scored 2 goals and managed to add 2 assists, with an average rating of 7.09, which is not too bad for a debutant. Then in the next year, 17 games, 2 goals and 2 assists, 6.94. So he's actually diminishing there. And in the last season, he only played 1 game as a substitute, which is quite unfortunate. I'm not sure, maybe it's about injuries. Let's have a quick look. In year 2020, he had a lot of injuries. You can see 4 injuries in that year, but they were not too severe. They did not take him out for too long. So I don't think it's injuries that are really bothering him. I think it's mainly because his managers are not really preferring him to other midfield options that they have. Let's have a look at the transfers that were made by Liverpool in the first season. Jorginho is the only one, of course, since we started in February. Then in the year after that, Naby Keita, who is an arranged transfer, was finally came to Anfield. Iago Aspas came for a second time to Liverpool, this time for £35.5 million from Celta Vigo. Lucas Prato was brought from River Plate, while Danilo Pereira was purchased from Porto. On the other side, in the outgoing section, we can see that John Flanagan was sold to Norwich. Emre Can left for Arsenal on a free transfer. Ragnar Klavan was sold to Real San Sebastian. And Divock Origi was sold to Dortmund, while Danny Ward made the transfer to Middlesbrough, and Adam Bogdan to Basel. We can see also Mohamed Salah was sold to Bayern Munich, so this is quite unfortunate for the Liverpool team. They were left without one of their most influential players, but they got in return £75 million, which is a very big sum. Lazar Markovic was sold to Southampton, and Danny Ings went to West Ham. In the next year, they bought from Red Bull Leipzig Emil Forsberg for potentially £47 million. Junior Tavares from Sao Paulo. This is a young left fullback. He's already playing at Watford, so he has been sold in the meantime. Matija Nastasic from Schalke Gelsenkirchen. Josh Bohui is a Manchester United young player. He is a left winger and a striker. Apparently he has not performed very well and did not manage to establish himself. Marcos Acuna from Sporting was also bought, while Alberto Moreno was sold to Tottenham for potentially £36 million, and Adam Lallana was sold to Arsenal. Then in the final year, Geronimo Rulli was brought from Real San Sebastian for £31 million. Real San Sebastian, by the way, is actually Real Sociedad. This is a new name that has been updated in the game. Raja Nainggolan was brought from Roma for £33.5 million, and Karim Benzema was purchased from Real Madrid for £18 million. Junior Tavares was sold to Watford, we already saw that. Marko Grujic left on a free for Santos Laguna, while Harry Wilson was sold to Sheffield United, Dejan Lovren and Jorginho Wijnaldum to Lazio, both of them. Loris Karius left for Monaco, while Solanke was sold to Fulham. So this summarizes the transfers that were made by Liverpool head coaches Jurgen Klopp and his successor Marcelino. Now let's see what happened in the English Cup competitions. In the FA Cup, the first edition here was won by Manchester United. Then Tottenham were successful season after that, before Manchester United reclaimed the FA Cup trophy in year 2019-20. And in the final season, Liverpool were victorious after they beat Chelsea in the final 1-0. And the goal was scored by Raja Nainggolan in the 59th minute of that final game. So that's a trophy for Marcelino. Let's have a look now what also happened in the League Cup. The League Cup has been won first by Chelsea, then Burnley, afterwards in year 2019-20. Liverpool won the League Cup, and in the final year Manchester United won it in this simulation. So Liverpool managed to take 2 cup trophies in Marcelino's stint at Anfield. Now switching our attention to the European competitions and the Europa League first, where in the first season Tottenham were successful claiming that European trophy after beating Athletic Bilbao in the final 2-0. Tottenham also eliminated Monaco, Villarreal and Bordeaux on their way to the final. Then in the next year Juventus won the Europa League in an all-Italian final against Napoli, winning quite easily 3-0 against the Neapolitanians. Juventus also defeated Arsenal, Lyon and Porto on their way to this trophy, while Liverpool eliminated Espanyol in the second knockout round, only to be beaten by Napoli in the quarter-finals. Then in season 2019-20, Inter Milan won the trophy against Red Bull Leipzig on penalties after 1-1 in regular time. Inter also defeated Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool in the quarter-finals and Olympique Marseille in the second knockout round. Liverpool on the other hand managed to beat Porto in the second knockout round, but then lost to the eventual champions. In the final season in the Europa League, the champions were Bayern Munich after they beat Sevilla in the final 2-0 in a game played at their home stadium Allianz Arena. They also managed to beat Olympique Lyon in the semi-finals, AC Milan in the quarterfinal and French Bordeaux in the second knockout round. Moving one tier up to the Champions League, where in the first season Real Madrid were victorious against Barcelona in a final where they won 2-0. Real Madrid also eliminated Manchester City in the semis, Paris Saint-Germain in the quarterfinal and Borussia Dortmund in the first knockout round. Year after that, Manchester United claimed the highest and most prestigious competition in European football after beating Inter Milan in the final 2-1. They also eliminated Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final, Barcelona in the quarter-final and Monaco in the first knockout round. In season 2019-20, Manchester City claimed their first ever Champions League after beating Real Madrid in the final 2-1. City also eliminated Juventus in the semi-final, Olympique Lyon in the quarter-final and Atletico Madrid in the first knockout round. And in the final season of this video, Manchester United won another Champions League after beating Juventus in that final that was played at Johan Cruyff Arena. They defeated the Italian team 2-0. Before that, they also managed to eliminate Chelsea, Napoli and Olympiacos on their way to the trophy, while Liverpool beat Atletico Madrid in the first knockout round, but then were eliminated by Manchester City in the quarterfinals. Finally, I want to have a look at the individual player awards and the World Player of the Year. And in 2018, this award went to Lionel Messi, with Isco in second place and Eden Hazard in third position. Year after that, in 2019, Eden Hazard claimed this individual honor, while Ronaldo was in second place and Coutinho in third position. And in the final year 2020, Cristiano Ronaldo won it at 35 years of age, while Luis Suarez was second and Eden Hazard came third. With that, I think that's enough for this video, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. You're going to receive that way notifications for when I upload new videos. In the meantime, you can also check out my social media. Links will be provided in the description below. Let me know what you think about this experiment and what would you like to see next. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Once again, thank you for watching and until the next time. Bye!